While many people mention the importance of keeping a trading journal, few dive into the specifics of how to journal to learn from your mistakes. Well, this is exactly what I'm gonna show you in this video. So let's get started. As a trader, I rely on digital software in order to maintain my trading records. It provides a convenient and organized way in order to track and analyze my trades. So today we're gonna start with the daily, how I plan my day, how I journal it, and how I journal my week, and how can I learn from my mistakes week in and week out. So the first thing I do before I start my trading day, I have this template right here, and everything that I'm gonna share here, I'm gonna offer it for you guys for free. So if you appreciate that, please just like the video and subscribe to my channel for more content like that. The first thing I do is I plan my day, and this is the template that I use to plan it. As you can see, I can press here and then the template opens. Okay, I'm going to take you through an example. It always opens with the date that you pressed it, but you have the option to change it definitely. I'm going to take you through an example, which I did on Friday. And this is what I do at the beginning of the day, which is, did I analyze the market? Am I late? Do I feel good? Or do I have a plan? And I fill this. You can actually add whatever you want here. You don't have to stick to those. So this is the first screenshot. Here I put my plan, thoughts, ideas, screenshot, anything basically on my mind. There's no restriction. You can do whatever you want. And as you can see here, the price broke structure. And I was bullish because we just broke structure. I was waiting for retracement to discount. Broke the high, bullish. Then the market actually retraces and gives us a 5 minutes break of structure. And this was the previous day's high, and as you can see, this is what I put here: previous day's high taken, and I want to see a retracement. Okay, at 5 minutes broke structure, and I want to see a retracement to premium, to an area of interest, and I'm going to take the trade from there. We'll go shorts targeting sell side liquidity. This is how I plan my trade. And I have here the emotions. If the trade took a long time, I would like to write down what I'm feeling, what I felt during this trade, what I felt before, what I felt after, and how this trade performed out of 10 trades or whatever you want. 10, 20, 30, it doesn't matter. This one, I can copy the link and I can add it to the actual trade that I took, which we're gonna go through right now. Now we plan the trade, and when I take the trade, this is where I put the result. Okay, this is the number of trades, this is the asset I'm trading, the date, did I go short or long, the setup I used, the win rate, and if it was break even. And you can see this is my win rate right here, which is 37, but my risk to reward is 3.3. And here I have it on account. So sometimes I'm risking 0.5, sometimes I'm risking 1, sometimes 2, and I want to know my return on the account. But the risk to reward for me is the same. Depends how much I'm risking. Over here, I actually put screenshots of the trade I took. For example, this trade, this is the 15 minutes time frame. I can show you this is the 5 minutes time frame. Okay, and this is the 1 minute time frame right here. I also add the time that I took this trade, which is 11:16 New York time and 10:10 New York time. This is the first trade which broke even. This is the second one. And time in a trade, so I can have an average. How long do I stay in each trade? Usually it's around 20 or a little bit more. Okay, here I write the comment, okay, of what I felt of the trade. Basically, I'm gonna give you this example. It's a great trade, marked my zone, waited till it reached it, should have executed right away but waited for reaction. This cost me 1 hour more, but great patience and market structure analysis. Over here I write my feelings for this trade. So a little disappointed that I didn't enter from my zone, entered after the reaction, but glad it played out. I was scared to enter from my zone because price was pushing fast. And it's important to write those thoughts, because when you see them, when you write them, when you look at them at a different time, when you remember them, you're gonna act different the next time you're trading. And I'm gonna show you how I learn from my mistakes, because I have different thing that I do to learn from my mistakes. The feedback that I got from this trade, what I actually learned from all this trade, is I have to backtest more so I can become more confident and take the trades from my zone directly. Basically, what I lacked in this trade is more confidence to take it from the zone that I actually marked. And this is why if I backtest more, I'm gonna have more confidence in order to take it from there. And here is the link to the template that I showed you at the beginning. Okay, so now I can see my whole day. How did it go? Basically, this is my main journal right here, which from here I go to the weekly, I go to the principles. I'm gonna take you a little bit through this trade just to show you what happened during the whole day, and then we're gonna go through the principles I learned and how I journal the whole week. Now I use the reply mode in order to come back to this trade. As you can see, we said before, we went higher, we removed the previous day's high, and then we went lower. Okay, this is what I put in my plan and my thoughts for the day. And the break of structure was on the 5 minutes. Now we can see I took the first trade at 10:10, which is right here. My stop loss was here and my target was the sell side liquidity. So in this trade, I entered at this zone, which is I wanted to enter from here. I took it a little bit before and the price reacted nicely. Then I put the my stop loss at break even because as you can see here, took liquidity. So I decided to put my stop loss at break even and I got stopped out at break even. But I was still bearish for the day, so I wanted to enter again. The next zone I found, and you can see it's right here, 11:16. This was my entry, which is right here. This is why it's important to write the time, and this is why it's actually important to have the journal, because you can go back and check everything. This is the second trade I took, but my entry was right here. What I mentioned in the comments is this is one zone and I wanted to take the trade from here, but I waited for reaction. I was a little bit scared, and then I ended up taking it from here, which resulted in a 2R, okay, because I took some partials. But if I actually took the trade from here, it would have been 5-4. So this is the difference I was talking about. This is the comment that helps me for later on, and the trade is very simple. We have here like sell side liquidity 1, 2, 3, and also this one right here. It's a sell side liquidity, so I was targeting this, and I got my confirmation from the 5 minutes break of structure right here. So I marked my zone and I took the trade. Simple but very effective. So now I'm gonna show you how I learn from my mistakes and how I can get better week after week. For example, right here I write a principle I learned from the mistake, which is do not do the same mistake over again. This one is simple. One win or loss does not differentiate you as a failure or successful. Trying to be right does not make you money. I struggle with this a lot. Learn well before the trade so that you are confident enough to hold through the tough times. For example, I write all my principles, what I'm feeling, and then I make a weekly analysis to understand my mistakes. What did I do wrong? What did I do right? And as you can see here, these are my reflections. I can put the whole week, how did it go? Depends if I trade the whole week or not. So for example, this is the weekly analysis that I did, and whole week analysis with screenshots. Focus too much on longs when the direction was bearish at the beginning of the week. So these are mistakes that I write, and here are the principles that I learned from that week. For example, no bias, no trade. Do not trade without a plan. Do not do the same mistake over again. You are here to increase your capital, not to be right. Any principle that you think you struggled with, you can write it here. And here, when I have a problem, I write like what was that outcome. I wasn't profitable for the week. Who was responsible? It was me. How bad was it? It was 3 out of 5. Did not follow my principles entirely, and I weighed too much on the lower time frame, but learned a lot. I did, to be honest. And the changes is start with bigger picture, understand it, then move to the lower picture. I'm not gonna take you through everything. I already did, but okay, we can make it faster. The results is I was 3% down, but I'm still profitable because the whole month was profitable because of the risk to reward. and the worst day was Monday, and I learned so much during this week. So after I finished this, these are the principles I learned. Okay, right here. I go to my trading and I pick principles learned. And here, all the principles that I learned from my journaling, from my mistakes, from everything, I put it down here. Theory, I do not put them as principles right away. I first put them as a theory until I confirm it and I see it happening week after week. For example, think of it as a set of 10 trades, weekly, quarterly, yearly. You do not have to trade every day. No bias, no trade. Do not change bias based on lower time frame. Price can retrace at any time. It's unpredictable. You cannot analyze every single thing in the market. Keep it simple. Respect the order flow. Stay humble. Survive the market. Don't try to win the market. Do not follow price. Wait for price to come to you. So if I follow these principles day in and day out, which I do, it will increase my capital. I will learn every single week. And this is the process. Fail, learn, fail, learn. So keep doing that. This is the result that I want to reach, which is learn from my mistakes. And how I learn from mistakes is like that. I write the principles here and then I can write them down with my hand. I can look at them every day, every week, and I keep them here because if I'm not writing them down, I'm not learning from my mistakes. And if I want to lose money in the markets, at least I want to learn something. And this is how I learn it. One more thing that I forgot is I can actually, in the weekly, I have the result, which is 3.6 right here. This is how you can calculate your risk to reward, how much you made per week, per month, and quarterly, yearly. Basically, every week I write down my risk to my reward. Here it was minus 3.6. If I go back, here it was 3. If I go back, here it was 3. So basically, I write down my reward that I got for that week, and then I can calculate monthly, quarterly, daily. Daily is usually I do it from here. This is where I have my win rate and I have my reward that I'm getting in general in total. So guys, this actually took me a while in order to make this system work this way, in a way that is comfortable for me. So if you want me to share this with you, please let me know in the comments. If you appreciate this video, if you found it helpful, then please like and subscribe. And if you want to learn my strategy, then you can go ahead and watch this video right here.